our YouTube channel, and this week, today, we film quite a lot actually, so I won't say this week, but today, oh, have I got loads of bags under my eyes, Isis, because I'm under the light?
I can't see any.
Sure, not black little shadows here.
From what I can see now.
Okay. Right, so we are I am joining in with this month's Vlog Stars, and we've already done our lip sync for a lipstick video, so if you haven't seen that, please click on my face now. I'll put a link and you can go and see that. But right now I'm going to be doing the highs and lows of parenting, which is what I should have probably done first, but we just were so excited to do lip sync for a lipstick that we did that first. So yeah, I'm going to share the highs and lows of parenting. I don't even like saying like the lows, because yeah, parenting is flipping hard, like it is hard, but yeah, I think I'd rather say the times that are harder than others. Am I being too soft saying that? Anyway, yeah, the harder bits of parenting and the lovely bits. So, yes. I'm going to start with the negative because I want to end it on a positive way. I think that's what most vloggers have done anyway. The first thing that came to my head that is difficult is expense. We have 4 children that we pay for. Obviously the girls only live with us half of the week, but we still pay for everything for them. We still have to buy their clothes. If they go to dance lessons, we pay for that. If we're going on a trip, we pay for that. If we're doing all the collections and pickups, it's petrol, like taking them to their mums, taking them, you know, anywhere they need to be, really. And it's not a problem, we don't mind doing it, but it is expensive. Yeah, so that's a harder part, especially when James was a student and I was on maternity having the babies. If it wasn't for my in-laws, I don't know what we would have done, and also like my family helping out with food and things. It was pretty tough for a while, but we've come out the other side now and things are on the up. But yeah, cost is definitely something to consider when planning a family, but it's worth it, it's worth it. I can't remember the last time I bought myself any kind of clothing or anything, but the children need it because they grow out of it, so you just learn to adapt. The second thing, yeah, being mum taxi, I've just talked about that briefly, but there was a time when nobody drove of the 4 parents but me. James does now drive. He learned in September, October last year, something like that, or February this year. February this year? Gosh, that's terrible, I should know. I think it was this year because then he got a different job. Yeah, yes it was February 17th this year. Silly me. So yeah, he passed his driving test, and that was fantastic because before then, all the coaching classes, school runs, everything just was down to me, taking him to work, then taking the children everywhere. I was just like a permanent taxi, and I didn't mind it, but the difference it made when James could drive too was just like, oh, so much easier. So yeah, that is a hard part, having to always be in the car, but again, I'd rather they had a good social life and did the things that they need to do. So you don't mind it, you just get on with it. But it's not always easy, feeling stretched here, there and everywhere. Number 3, juggling everything. I find it really difficult to get the right balance between happy, healthy, clean children, well fed, with a house that's clean and tidy and washing done and ironed and put away. I'm not the greatest with the housework. I used to be before little Miss Eden came along, but when we got to number 4 it was just like, oh, I can't cope. So yeah, I'm not so great at juggling everything, but I always think so long as obviously the cleanliness is in order, like no one's going to get ill from our hygiene problems, as long as the children are happy and playing and having fun, the ironing can always wait. There might be a few extra toys in the way. Oh well. Yeah, those are the things that for a season sometimes you have to just kind of let go. Well, I find that with 4. Obviously you might not think the same, you might be super mum and able to do it all, but for me, oh yeah, I'm getting better, but when I was postnatal it was like, oh, I can't cope. That was fun times, good times, being a mum, good times. Number 4, feeling out of control. I think this is the bit like of letting go of your children, you know, when they go to school. Obviously for the girls they have another mum, and you know, a mum that loves them very much, and that's their birth mum, that's their real mum. But it's very difficult sometimes when you really love your children and you can't be in charge of all the decisions for them. It's been difficult while we were deciding, when we've had issues with school and things like that, trying to do what's best for them, but we have all worked together. But yeah, so that's just an aside as being a stepmom, but more so is, you know, for those 6-7 hours a day when you hand them over to teachers at school and they're not seeing your child or doing things with your child the way that you would want them to, or the way you would like them to, or that's really difficult, like handing over control and trusting other people with the care of your child that, you know, no one's gonna love them like you do. So I find that quite difficult, those situations where they're in other people's care. But you know, you have to let go and they have to have an education. But yeah, making good choices with regards to that is key. Find a school that respects parental input, I think, is what we are aiming for with them all moving in September. Number 5, lack of time for yourself. Oh, we have 2 toddlers at the moment, so I don't get to go to the toilet without having them both sat on my lap. So yeah, since we lost our au pair, she's gone back home now. Trying to blog or vlog or find the time to do anything is just an absolute nightmare. We try and get stuff done at the weekend because that's when James is here too and he can watch the children. I work nights, so I can't even really do it in the evenings anymore. So yeah, it's fun, and again, I know it's for a season and I don't mind giving it up, but it's not easy when sometimes you're like, oh, I just want 5 minutes to myself, please let me just have 5 minutes where I'm not having to be responsible for anyone or anything. Yeah, it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. I can't remember the last time I sat and read a book. It just doesn't happen. Any time I get to myself is usually spent planning chores that need doing in the house, or ironing or things like that, because it's like there's always something that needs doing. So I need to learn to get better at that, I think, allowing myself a bit of time. Now I'm working, I actually feel like going to work is a break. So yeah, I deliberately work nights so I can be with the children in the day, but sometimes I think just sitting at work and being able to just even have a drink, like with some quiet, is just bliss. Okay, so yes, now on to some of the nicer parts of parenting. Number 1 for my highs would be that the children are literally a constant source of joy. They bring so much joy to James and my life. They make us happy. like when they do something really cute, you just can't help but beam. When they do something that makes you proud, just sometimes just their little, you know, mannerisms or inflections in their voice, anything like that can just absolutely melt your heart and bring you so much joy. And that is just something that I can't explain. You just don't really get anywhere else. When you look at these little people and it's like, oh, like, we made you. Even for the girls, you know, like obviously I didn't give birth to them, but they still reflect me in ways because, you know, it's whole nature versus nurture. They spend a lot of time with me and they do little things that I would do as well sometimes, and it's a joy to see when they do something that you've worked really hard on your character to achieve and develop, and then they just watch you and mirror it. It's really beautiful, and obviously they mirror the negative things too, so you gotta keep a watch, because these little people are just reflections of who we are, really. Number 2, the development in myself. I have found it so interesting and challenging being a mum. I like what it's brought out in me. I like how it's shaped my character. I like that it's taught me to be selfless. I like that it's taught me to be more patient. I feel like my character is being refined in this season of being a mum with young children and many children to run around after. It's all kind of like dying to self, and it's hard, but I love it. I love what it's bringing out in me, and I love that it's shaping me, and I love the character that it's refining in me. So yeah, that might sound really strange, but I do. Number 3, love. I just love how much love there is in our home. I love that these little people just love me so much. Like, love you mummy, and I love telling them that I love them. And Judas now started saying, I love you my baby, because I call him my baby, and he goes, I love you my baby. And I'm like, I'm not your baby, I'm your mum. And he's like, no, you're my baby, I look after you. It's really cute. Obviously that might sound strange because he's 3, but it's really sweet that he mimics me. I love when Eden just runs up to me, like kind of bashes me in the face because she's so excited to throw her arms around me and hug me. And I know that's just because she loves me. It's really funny that she kind of crushes me to do it, but she just loves me so much. I love when the girls arrive and they're so excited to like have big cuddles because we've not seen them all week. When you're a parent, your life is just filled with love. Even when things are tough and difficult and you're going through a hard time and you're having to discipline, that love never ever goes away. And when you discipline and correct, it's because you love them that you do it. So you are never without love when you are a parent, and that is beautiful. Number 4, watching them become independent. I find this interesting when I read other people's blogs and like they feel a bit like at a loss when they see their child like, oh, like you don't need me anymore and you're doing this and you're doing that. And I'm not dissing that in any way, but I think it's the way I'm wired that I kind of think the opposite. I see my role as a mum as facilitating them to be able to live their lives without me. And I think my job is when they don't need me anymore, it's kind of done. And obviously they will always be my children, they'll always be able to come back to me when they need me, but I want to equip them to have the best lives that they can have and to be free and independent, know their own mind, be bold and courageous. So I absolutely love when they don't need me teetering on the slide anymore. I absolutely love when they can, when Eden could give herself a drink for the first time or those sorts of things. Obviously I was a breastfeeding mum, so I'm not like throw the baby out of the womb and fend for yourself, but I like when they get to those little milestones and achieve those things for themselves, that they can grow and develop in their own right as human beings. And I don't want them to have to be like me. I encourage them to think the way that they want to think as well, because you know, they teach me too, and it's exciting to have so many different opinions and thoughts around the house. And number 5 is an interesting one. I don't want to offend anyone by mentioning my faith, but it's part of who I am. And number 5 for me is the peace that I get as a parent when making decisions, and knowing that I don't know how to word this to make sense. I guess this is like an answer to my letting go and fear of not being in control when I release the children to preschool, school, wherever they're going. I get peace from knowing that, for me, I believe that there is a higher power, and I believe that God loves our children even more than I do, and if that is possible, and that He wants the best for them, and that He ultimately holds the design in His hands, and that makes me have a peace when I do let them go, to know that so long as I'm trying for the best for them and not being selfish, that He helps me and He guides my choices. And I just have such a peace when we make decisions about their future. I have a peace when we work out how we're going to discipline them when they're doing something that we don't like. You know, we don't believe in smacking, we don't believe in them feeling fear, but we do still need to correct and discipline our children too, because we love them and we want them to grow. And I find I have like this inner peace that kind of guides me. If my, you know, I guess if you don't have a faith, it's going with your gut, like that these children were given to me because I am the best person to parent them. And even the girls, God brought them in my life to be their stepmom, because He believed that I was the best person for that job, to be their stepmom. So I think that everything I need to parent them is already inside of me, and or the capacity to equip myself is there inside of me. So I just think as long as you're doing your best, I have a complete peace that that's all I can do. And I'm really grateful that I have that guiding me when it comes to parenting, that James and I can like kind of let go and know that God is in control, and He's looking out for them even when things happen that we don't like. You know, their lives are in His hands, and He loves them more than we ever could. So yeah, that's my 5 lows and highs of parenting. I hope that this made sense and you enjoyed watching it. I'll encourage you to go and check out all the other vlog stars. I will link the post that you can go and read from Abby at You Baby Me Mummy or Amy at Mr. and Mrs. T+3. If you go on theirs, if you follow the links in the description box, you'll be able to see all the other vloggers that have linked up to this Linky and done their highs and lows. Oh, the children are screaming downstairs. I'm trying to film this last bit and I can hear them screaming. They're like running from a Hoover or something. James is hoovering and they're screaming. So yeah, that was my highs and lows, and I will link up the others that you can go and see. Please go check out our lip sync for lipstick. Click on my face now and I will put the link there for you to go and watch it. And comment and let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my highs and lows. That's fine. I'm always happy to have a chat. And yeah, make sure you go and subscribe. And click like, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching this. So thanks for watching. Bye!